This is All India Radio. In the program Spotlight, now we bring you an exclusive interview with Sarbananda Sonowal, Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways on Ganga Vilas. Interviewer is Manas Pratim Sarma, AIR correspondent. The world's longest river cruise MV Ganga Vilas will be flagged off by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the 13th of January 2023 in Varanasi. In the coming 50 days, this luxury cruise will not only bring to the world India's potential for cruise tourism for India, but also showcase India's natural beauty, cultural heritage and spiritual splendor. The MV Ganga Vilas cruise is curated to bring out the best of the country to be showcased to the world. The 51 days cruise is planned with visits to 50 tourist spots, including World Heritage Sites, national parks, river ghats and major cities like Patna in Bihar, Sahibganj in Jharkhand, Kolkata in West Bengal, Dhaka in Bangladesh and Guwahati in Assam. The ship follows sustainable principles at its core as it is equipped with pollution-free mechanisms and noise control technologies. The maiden voyage of MV Ganga Vilas will witness 32 tourists from Switzerland relishing the Varanasi to Dibrugarh journey. The expected date of arrival of MV Ganga Vilas in Dibrugarh is on 1st March 2023. From the famous Ganga Aarti in Varanasi, it will stop at Sarnath, a place of great reverence for Buddhism. It will also cover Meong, known for its tantric craft, and Majuli, the largest river island and hub of Vaishvanite culture in Assam. The travellers will also visit the Bihar School of Yoga and Vikramshila University, allowing them to soak in the rich Indian heritage in spirituality and knowledge. The cruise will traverse through the biodiversity-rich World Heritage Sites of Sundarbans in Bay of Bengal Delta, famous for Royal Bengal tigers, to understand more on how the MV Ganga Vilas will provide a tour of cultural and historical places and will showcase the rich heritage of India. Listen to the exclusive interview of Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal with All India Radio.
Welcome to this All India Radio Spotlight program, sir. As you know, longest river cruise MV Ganga Vilas is all set to start its journey on 13th. Would you please tell us how did the idea came and what is the purpose of the journey? What about MV Ganga Vilas?
Actually, everything is happening because of Honorable Prime Minister's vision and because of his untiring effort. All the changes and transformation visibly being witnessed by the people of the country in the last 8 years. And in this sector also, Honorable Prime Minister has inspired us, the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, and also the respective state government, sharing the coastal area, east coast and west coast, and also the different river system of the country. And it is he who has inspired us to organize incredible international cruise conference at Mumbai. Last April 2022, we had a very, very important event at Mumbai. We invited most of the leading players in this sector, cruise operator of the globe, and we had a series of MOU. And one of the MOU was also signed with MV Ganga Vilas. The owner is the Raj Singh. So they have promised that once they get the river route feasible for the seamless movement of the vessel, then definitely they are going to operate. So as per their promise, now they have come forward and we have provided a better navigable waterways from National Waterways 1 Ganga to National Waterways 2 Brahmaputra. And that is why now in the forthcoming 13th of January 2023, Honorable Prime Minister will flag off this MV Ganga Vilas river cruise, which is regarded to be the longest river cruise in the world, and at Banaras, and it will reach Dibrugarh after crossing over 27 river system and within the time period of 51 days. So this is what background all about.
And what is the economic prospect of this journey? Definitely it will boost tourism. How it going to help younger generation in creating employment? How do you see all these things?
Yeah, because I believe one of our very, very important initiative, and once this cruise becomes successful, then definitely it is going to open the sector of the growth of tourism industry. The entire sector, right from Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, then Assam, and the northeast. So I believe like the investor in this particular sector, the private operator, if they find the entire waterways feasible for a seamless movement of the vessel, then definitely there will be many more who will come forward. And also, it will draw the attention of the national and international tourists. Now in this MV Ganga Vilas, we have the tourists from Switzerland, 32 numbers of tourists. So once these numbers of tourists completing the voyage express their satisfaction, they will definitely inspire the entire people of the world that yes, India is the best destination for river cruise and also for its cultural heritage, the spiritual heritage, and many others like diversities that is there in the beautiful India. So I believe that's the way it will open a new chapter, particularly even in the sector of education, in the sector of research, in the sector of tourism, in the sector of culture, in many ways, and in the sector of trade and commerce, because this particular riverways will give a lot of opportunity for our vessel owner of this thing who moves the cargo vessel, passenger vessel from one destination to another destination. Definitely this is the way it will empower the future economic prosperity.
You always favor to uplift the cultural heritage of a particular area, particular district, particular region. So it's a 51 days long journey. Tourists from Switzerland, they are coming to Dibrugarh, from Varanasi to Dibrugarh via other routes. So what is your plan to showcase this, our rich cultural diversity heritage?
During the journey of 51 days, they will station almost 50 places from Uttar Pradesh to Dibrugarh. That is Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal and Assam and also Bangladesh. So during this journey, whatever they will witness after stationing in certain ghat, certain location, and they will go for sightseeing. During this tour, they will witness many important heritage centers, cultural heritage, religious heritage, many center of heritage importance. So I believe that's how they will discover India, the beauty of India, the power of India, the strength of India, the diversity of India. So this is the way, definitely this particular journey will be very memorable for them also, and they will also showcase in other parts of the world. And also when they will go back to the nation, they will definitely talk high about this kind of existence of beauty in India. So this is the way I believe. At least it would be a kind of branding Ganga, branding Brahmaputra, branding Indian river system, branding the beauty of India. So global focus will have tremendous attention in this aspect.
Sir, this government, particularly under Honorable Prime Minister, always promotes Act East policy. Guwahati and Northeast is considered as a gateway to the Act East policy. And certainly, this initiative by your ministry will definitely give a boost to Act East policy. What you say on this, sir?
Yeah, of course, as I have already said, that Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision to make entire Northeast India one of the most powerful region of the country and to get it implemented. And whatever words he met, he wanted to articulate into action. So this is very important example how Honorable Prime Minister's promise has been transformed, articulated into implementation, isn't it? So this particular Ganga Vilas river cruise, definitely that is one of the most important example how Honorable Prime Minister give his promises with best of his honesty and best of his hard work with committed efforts. So this is how I believe the example of how Act East policy has been articulated into action.
Coming to your ministry, sir, since you're taking the charge of your ministry, you are always trying to give best to the Assam and the Northeast. So what we could expect more in upcoming days for the people of Assam, for the Northeast from your ministry?
Now this is the opportunity, because I believe whether it is Assam, whether it is Nagaland, whether it is Manipur, whether it is Mizoram, whether it is Tripura, whether it is Sikkim, whether it is Meghalaya, all the 8 states could able to explore the available opportunities in river Brahmaputra. And also our neighboring nation Bhutan and Nepal. They could also explore, because they could also use this particular river ways, this particular waterways for their economic growth, for their cultural growth. So that is why I believe it is a win-win situation for all of our neighboring nation, right from Bangladesh to Bhutan and Nepal, and from this part, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal and Assam, and then the entire northeastern region. So I believe this is the way young generation will definitely think, and also they will get a lot of inspiration and they will discover a distinctive way of putting their effort in the right perspective for their future growth.
As Assam has lots of potential in a river tourism or a riverways, and as you already mentioned that Honorable Prime Minister is going to start open this Pandu, the ship repairing center. What is all about? How it would help the people of Northeastern?
Look, if you want to develop the inland waterways, then you will have to develop the kind of infrastructure facility on the both bank of the rivers. So that's what Honorable Prime Minister has directed to us. You develop the infrastructure facility, whether it is community jetty, passenger jetty and cruise terminal, so that like they could smoothly come and they could park, they could station, and user of the port, user of the jetties, user of the terminal, they could well access to the best possible facilities there. This is how in the last 8 years this infrastructure has been developed, whether it is National Waterways 1 Ganga or National Waterways 2 Brahmaputra and others national waterways. So by developing the infrastructure, we could able to draw the attention of the investor, cruise operators and others like vessels operators. So now this facility was lacking during the Congress regime. This was not there. And above all, Honorable Prime Minister, right after taking over the responsibility of Prime Ministership, he started to clean Ganga. By cleaning Ganga, now Ganga's importance has come up. The significance has increased. As a result, now everyone is putting their efforts in the river Ganga on the same principle Brahmaputra and others river also. Because he wants that whether it is a big river or small river, people of the country should take care of the health of the river, health of the water of the river, so that this river can be utilized all kind of living organism comfortably. And also this river can create better environment. So this is, I believe, the honest, his dedicated and committed effort which has helped the people of the country now to put their interest for the preservation of river, which full of cleanliness, so that people living on the both bank of the rivers, that they get best access to the available potentials of the river system. So I believe this is how in the last 8 years transformation has been brought into place, and as a result this kind of good story has started coming.
And finally, what is the one or two things as a head of this very important ministry you would like to do, sir?
Look, as per the direction of the Honorable Prime Minister, this ministry is always working day and night and will continue to work because of this, his visions of the Honorable Prime Minister. Now every ministry is performing well, every ministry under his leadership, and because of his able leadership, now people of the country got a lot of encouragement, a lot of support, now a lot of boost. As a result, he has empowered the whole nation, and this nation now aiming to become self-reliant nation in the world under his leadership. So that is why every citizen of the country now have reposed their faith in Honorable Prime Minister, and they trust him. They have full confidence. They know that under Honorable Prime Minister Modi's leadership, everything is possible for the country.
And finally, sir, what message do you like to convey to the tourists who are sailing through MP Ganga Vilas from Varanasi to Dibrugarh through All India Radio News?
I wish them a very, very comfortable journey, and I wish them have a very, very kind of memorable experience in our beautiful country, India, Hindustan. So I believe we are always there to make them feelings at home. So I believe their journey will definitely inspire all of us for the future and for our global relationship.
Thank you again for giving us the time. Thank you.
You were listening to an exclusive interview with Sarbananda Sonowal, Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways on Ganga Vilas. Interviewer was Manas Pratim Sarma, AIR correspondent. This program was produced and presented by the News Services Division of All India Radio. You can listen to it on our mobile app News on AIR. This program is also available on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You may email your opinion about this program at airnsdtalks@gmail.com.